we get out of here? This is probably actually a really claustrophobic, almost made the Myst symbol. Claustrophobic elevator. Well, I mean, I can see there's something underneath the elevator, much like Myst 1. And we can activate it from outside. Okay, perfect. I have no idea what to do with any of this information yet. It might be that time. It might be raining time. All ready for story time? Okay. Let me just see here. Yep, we can walk down here. Oh, there's lots of stuff to mess with down here. Oh boy. Oh boy, I have no... Oh, there's 4 things. Okay, yep. Yeah, we're gonna come back to that in just a moment. We haven't even finished exploring the island. Giving it a once-over, just to make sure. Don't want to miss anything, getting stuck. The other side of the little greenhouse area, guarded. Do I have to click anything? No, I can just keep doing that. Alright, cool. Let's finish our exploration. Alright. Some weird plants. Bridge. I don't know what the heck I'm looking at. It's one of those weird plants, I think. That's cute. It's kind of like a bunny. I hope. Doesn't seem to do anything, though. Apparently there's something I can click on here. Oh, well, okay. Does this do anything different? And the bunny goes out. And the plants... It's called a squee! Well, yeah, that's kind of what it is, huh? Huh. Where does it react to the squee or something? Well, that's interesting. It is kind of like a bunny thing, except a long tail and weird, like, auditory sacs on the side of its head. Okay, that's fine. It's a mixture of cute / weird. Can't go anywhere over there. But whoop this ladder. And there's a really weird plant that's probably going to mess up my allergies real good. Look. Oh, that's odd. Alright, creaking bridge. Ocean wind. Whistling rock. Okay, this is a sound thing, of course. A very weird sound thing, but, you know, it's Myst. It's getting a little odd, of course. Oh. Okay. Yeah, I don't want the spooky noise, you know, to spread. That's how the curse propagates itself. Lagoon water. You can hear the squee. That's nice. So we got here. Cute animal. Cursed rock. Cute animal. Cursed rock. Bad engineering. Let's go with the cute animal. Apparently that was the right choice. Huh. You know, it showed us that's what happens. So but I didn't know the sound causes that. Okay, that's interesting. Is this door locked? Well, this one's unlocked. We had to make a weird fruit moss bridge that activates on mutant bunny noises. This is a nice place. Oh, I can see something up there. Something important. Maybe a book. We can't get to it though. What's this? Yeah, this is the mechanism for it, and that's a puzzle and a half. There isn't a locked spot, so this isn't like there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, positions. There's this many positions. Okay, that's a mechanism. Oh boy. Yep. Okay, we're gonna have to come back to that when we have information. So nice that all these doors close themselves behind us. You don't have to worry about that at all. Alright. Oh, there's no railing. That's safe. Well, there's one railing, I should say. But just one. Better make good use of it. And we're all the way over here with another periscope thingy. So let's point out purple. Gosh. Just the still infinite ocean, you know? And the clouds. Yep, can't even see anything magnified in. Okay, I'm sure the spooky noises will quit once we leave this place. If we can. I think we're actually coming back to where we started. Because this looks familiar. Yeah, this little beach area is familiar. Yeah, that's it right here. Okay, cool. We're here. We didn't go this way yet. Let's take a look though. We probably need to be turning. Yeah, we can turn them. We probably need to be turning or adjusting these in some way. It's weird. All the way out here. Yeah. Spooky Island. Oh, well then, what's down here? A ball! Or something. And another ladder and control mechanism we didn't see. Okay, well. What the heck is that? Oh, there it is. You can just barely see the ladder. Okay, well, this is a straightforward thing. And if you're wondering why this is, actual, puzzle environment, I'll just let you know, there is a reason. There is totally a reason. Alrighty. Nope, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. Damn it. Okay. With a small amount of trial and error, I can do this. Okay, this one. Okay, good. It's not a complicated puzzle. You can totally just bumble your way through it. Got another door. We got another problem. Well, there's a pit to nothing. That's nice. And yeah, there's a book or something up there, I guess. Okay. The door didn't close. Well, because this game always closes doors, and that particular door didn't close, I have a feeling we can do something with that. Oh man, here we go. So that adjusts, what, 2 and 4? This adjusts 1 and 3. You did that wrong. Yep, 2 and 4. Let's lower 1 and 3. Okay, so we want to lower 1 and 3. We want to raise that now. We want to raise 2 up. So I'm going to change that. And we did it. Hooray. So we need to lower... What's 2 and 4? Nice. Okay. See, not really much of a puzzle in figuring out, it's 2 pieces of information. That totally works, and it's not terrifying either. Okay. Got so many fears happening in this dang age. Remember that guy looks like an outstanding fellow who came from here. Okay, I just realized we can go to, like, 2 of 3 of the towers, but we can't go to the main building yet. Although we can't get the information yet. There's a weird window there. You each have a weird window with a different symbol. I don't know if you noticed that when we walked past. So I guess all we have to do now is figure out this, maybe. Although, if this is the light puzzle thing that we think it is, it looks like it has an ending at this tower. So it probably just unlocks at this tower here. Which there could be something in there that we need, or information. But we're kind of behind. We should probably get to reading one of these journals. As much as I'm putting it off, I love reading. I like reading to you guys on here. But that is a very small group that enjoys that kind of thing. And I admit it. That's fine. Just you know, let's go hide in the creepy room down here. It's the least creepiest place I can think of. You know, by the no face painting. Can we sit on the bench? No, we cannot. Well, we have to work the elevator, so maybe we'll just hang out back here. Okay, let's get some prologue in. Get that out of the way here. Hey folks, this is just a quick edit. My audio was so bad in this part that I have to redo it. I listened back and it sounded okay, but I just couldn't fix it. The gain was really too high and it was kind of red barring and distorting the audio, and it made it really hard to actually understand and follow the text. So here we go. I got a transcript up now. I'm kind of go over it as quick as I can. But I always feared this day would come. For years, Catherine and I have dreamed of restoring Dunny. We have dedicated our lives to the task, taken it upon ourselves to locate the citizens of Dunny and convince them to return to their ruined city and rebuild. Our dream has become the dream of so many now, and the progress we have made toward achieving it is something of which we can all stand proud. But I know now that it has been a mistake. The city of Dunny should not be restored. It should stand forever in ruins, as both a symbol of our past mistakes and a memorial to all who lost their lives when Dunny fell. The devastating events of recent months, the way on Tarani and the death of Uta in particular, have driven this truth home to me quite forcefully. If we rebuild the city walls today, are we not giving approval to the very illness that destroyed our civilization in the first place? Are we not setting ourselves up to repeat that pattern again in future generations? I have put much thought into this tonight and have found only one solution. If we, the men and women who survived the downfall of Dunny, are to thrive, then we must break the pattern of hatred which has destroyed so many lives. We must begin our civilization anew, and we can only do that if I write us a new age. I've spoken with Catherine about this, and she agrees. I only hope the others will see it as well. Well, these people never cease to amaze me. I thought they would object to my decision. After all, most of them linked back to Dunny specifically to see the city rebuilt. But when I told them why we should not restore it, their response was immediate and unanimous. Whereas yesterday they thought only of rebuilding, today they concentrate solely on salvage. They intend to take from their ruined city only that which is best and move on. Everywhere I look, the enthusiasm for this new task is obvious. It heartens me, even as I may face my monumental contribution. I have written many ages in my lifetime, from the first timid attempts under the tyrannical tutelage of my father to my most recent accomplishment, Averone. Never before has so much been riding on my skill. The age I am about to write must be all I ever imagined and more. How am I going to achieve it? Catherine laughed this morning when she saw me dredging out my old notebooks. I must have made quite a picture, sitting near the embers of a fire, surrounded by countless commentaries and journals. Some of them seemed more dust than paper, but the hours I spent sifting through them was worth it. Ideas of what this new age might be are tumbling around in my head. They are almost too much to catch hold of. Obviously, I must choose some starting point as my anchor. Writing ages is a science, a precisely structured equation of words. Each equation needs at its foundation an underlying concept which the age can develop. In the past, I have written my books around whatever idea intrigued me most at the time. I wanted to discover how the age to which the book linked would manifest the results of that idea. Sometimes civilizations had arisen, sometimes they had not. But whether a society had come to exist in an age or not, it was often in response to whatever concept the book I had written embodied. This time, my search for a concept must be weighed very carefully. I already have the civilization I wish to develop. I know our history as a people, and the paths we have followed to arrive here. Today I must write a book which will link to an age that will allow us to continue on our way, growing ever stronger as one people. What underlying concept must this new age reflect that will best allow our civilization to thrive? I fear I must think on this some more. Sorry, I'm going to be skipping ahead just a tad bit, unfortunately. Tomorrow, I will link back to Myst, and from there, revisit several of my ages. Perhaps in my old worlds, I will discover new ideas. I had almost forgotten how painful it is to revisit Myst. In the 10 years since my sons, Cirrus and Akinar, left me trapped on Kavir Island and burned so many of my books, Catherine and I have rarely linked back. I told myself we were always too busy. First with writing ages like Aberon, then with searching the ages of Dunny for survivors. I always said we would spend more time on Myst eventually. The truth is, I have been avoiding the age. Since the island in its current condition ignites such anger and grief, I am immediately reminded of the betrayal of my sons, as well as the cruelty and greed with which they plundered my ages. I know I am partly responsible for these acts. I constantly wonder if there were something I could have done to reach out to the boys before. Enough. Nothing can change the tragedies of the past. Like my Dunny kinsman, I must salvage what is best and move on. Perhaps in the process I will find forgiveness and hope. Once again, I'm back on this island. Having completed a lengthy sojourn through several of my ages, the trip itself was not as inspiring as I had hoped. The Selentic age was especially disturbing, and has it not always been so? The very first time I linked to the age, the uninhabited landscape was shaking with tremors. At the time, I felt it was because the energy in the age was unfocused, as if it were at war with itself. Stability finally came, but even after it did, I never truly felt comfortable there. I missed the more natural balance of ages like Channelwood. The more I consider it, the more I wonder if I should make nature the foundation of the new age. Worlds like Channelwood attain equilibrium quite easily, primarily because of one reason. Nature encourages mutual dependence. As one life withers and dies, it provides nourishment so that the other might live. Plants become food for other animals, and the waste products animals cannot absorb become nutrients to sustain the other plants. So long as nothing intrudes to upset the balance, nature can maintain itself indefinitely. An interesting metaphor to set as an example for my people. I think I will confer with Catherine on this subject. Her age has always exhibited symbiosis more dramatically than mine. Perhaps she should help me write the new age. Catherine surprised me today. Apparently while I was off visiting my ages, she linked to Myst by herself. She did not say so, but I could tell her that her visit had been painful. Moreover than now, I am convinced we must find a place to begin again ourselves. Perhaps when I have written this new age for the Dunny, I will put some thought into where Catherine and I might live. I cannot believe I did not see it before. All this time I have been struggling to describe the perfect age for the Dunny. I have considered and rejected several underlying concepts which I felt might best set the course for their future, as if I alone should determine how Dunny's civilization will grow. In my own way, I have become as egotistical as my father. In truth, I owe this realization to Catherine. Sensing my indecision about the new age, she led me on a walk around Dunny. Salvaging efforts were well underway, with teams of people scouring the ruined harbor district. As I watched my Dunny kinsmen deciding which parts of their culture to retain, I realized they do not need me to determine their future. They are quite capable of setting its course by themselves, regardless of what age I write. This realization has opened my eyes to the best way of approaching my task. I no longer need to worry about which underlying concept, energy, nature, or dynamic forces, I should make prevalent in the age. Rather, I must strive to include them all. I must write a balance of systems into the descriptive book, enough so that the Dunny people will constantly be challenged to attain their ultimate potential. As grandmother often pointed out to me when we spoke about ages back on Myst, balanced systems stimulate civilizations. At last I feel I'm ready to begin writing this age. Indeed, I am eager to begin, and have already come up with the perfect name. I know grandmother would have loved it. Of course, Catherine could tell the moment I turned to her and had finally found my starting point. I babbled on, excited for some time, before I noticed the smile she was hiding. When I saw it enough to grow suspicious, she handed me one of my oldest books. She must have picked it up when she linked back to Myst. Seeing the name Jananen, sorry for mispronouncing that, I don't really know how to say these names, emblazoned on the book cover, I could only shake my head. This one age I never got around to revisiting was the one that might have helped me the most. How foolish was I to have completely forgotten it. I think, after I finish this work, I should take one final trip, if only to help restore an old fool's memories.